Are you someone who has tried to make a timetable but couldn't follow it on the very next day and just rip it off your wall and just go on that guilt trip all over again? If you're somebody like me, welcome to this video. I failed multiple routines myself. I tried to wake up early in the morning but failed the very next day to do so. I've tried to read late at night but ended up scrolling reels instead. But we don't have a choice. We have exams coming up, we have lectures to attend, we have burnouts, coming all the way. So ultimately I had to find a routine that would work for me, one that actually made me consistent. And this routine will help you no matter what standard you are studying, no matter you're in college, you're in 10th, you're preparing for your boards, you're preparing for your entrance exams, doesn't matter. If you're somebody who is actually serious about your future, welcome to the video. Okay, so the first thing is pick a reasonable hour. Okay, let's say you wake up at 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. 6 to 8 is going to be your first session. Okay, nothing extreme, not 3, not 4, a little before the sun, that works. Okay, let's say 6 to 8, the first session, it is going to be a golden session. Two things you have to remember: first, not to waste a single second of your golden session, and second thing, eat your frog first thing in the morning. That is, pick up the most difficult task of the day and complete it right there and then, because once you're done with the most difficult part, the rest of the day follows. Like if you're somebody preparing for NEET UG, you'll take up physics or chemistry as the first thing in the morning, whatever you find boring, whatever you find difficult. If you're somebody who's preparing for NEET PG, let's say, biochemistry, anatomy, or even medicine, surgery, whatever you find the most difficult, pick up and just finish it off right there. You're done with major chunk of your day in the morning. That gives you 2 hours of studying. Remember one thing, that before the start of your golden session, don't fall in the traps that I want to clean my study table, I want to set the ambience, I want to have a coffee, have a breakfast. No, nothing. Remember, the first thing in the morning you're going to do is wake up, wash your face, and go straight to your study table, not thinking of anything else. Just complete those 2 hours of session and then you'll get your time. Okay, once you're done with your first session, you can take a break of 30 minutes or 40 minutes and you can have your breakfast, you can get freshen up or whatever you want, but keep your breakfast light. You don't want to crash after your first session itself. And also, this is a no phone zone. In this break, you're not allowed to use your phone. Like, you have to lock the apps, you have to lock Instagram, Facebook, whatever you are using while you are reading. If you are using your phones or tablets for reading purpose, just lock the other app. Okay, not an issue. And you can't touch your phone till 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Okay, now once you're done with your break, let's go for your second session, the second most important session of your day. Let's say you sit at 8:30. Now you stretch from 8:30 to 11:30. This is going to be a little long session. This is of 3 hours. If you are starting initially, if you are in the early phase of your routine, you can take 10 minutes or 15 minutes of break in between this 3 hours of session. If not, then continue for 3 hours. It might take time, but you will get through it. So you pick up the intermediate subject, one that is not that hard, not that easy. You can take up an intermediate subject and start with it from 8:30 to 11:30. Okay, now once you're done with your second session, you can take a break of half hour. Let's say from 11:30 to 12 o'clock, you take a break. You can go for a walk, you can have a chai, you can have a coffee or something, and just relax a bit. Now you're going to enter in your third session, 12 o'clock to 1 o'clock. Now, you might think that this is a lot right before your lunch. You don't have that much energy. You have used up 5 hours of studying and everything, but we are going to keep it light. Okay, we can solve few MCQs here and there. We can watch a lecture of 45 minutes or something and just, use that 1 hour. Don't let it go to waste. That's the goal. You don't have to take up something very difficult to read in this phase. You can just read something light, just revise, or you can watch a lecture, anything. Just use this 1 hour. Now, before 1 o'clock, you have done 6 hours of studying, something that your colleagues might not even have dared to do it before 1 o'clock. You have done, I think, 60% of your study done in your first, half of the day, right before afternoon. Once you're done with the 3 study sessions of your day, you're allowed to take a break from 1 to 2. Let's say you start your break at 1 o'clock. I suggest you take your lunch on the earlier phase of your break, because you might need 30 to 40 minutes to wean off that post-lunch coma type thing. And also, second thing, you can use your phone in this break, but you have to remember to put a lock for 1 hour. Like, you can only use it for 1 hour. After that, your phone locks all the app and everything. And the third thing I want to remember is never fall in the nap trap. The nap trap is the worst thing you can feel, because you think that you might take a nap of 10 minutes, you want to take a nap of 30 minutes, but that never happens. You always end up sleeping for 4 to 5 hours, and then all the guilt creeps in and everything. So never fall for that nap trap. Okay, now let's say you're starting your fourth session, that is from 2:30 to 5 o'clock in the afternoon. Now there are 2 things I want you to remember in this session. It will give you a 2.5 hours of study session more. Now the first thing is that you have to pick up on something lighter, but the same time something that excites your brain. Like, if you are very much bored, if you are just in the initial phase of following this routine, then I want you to solve few MCQs. Let's say start with 20 MCQs or 50 MCQs. Once your brain picks up the momentum, you can switch on the reading part. Okay, like what I used to do is I used to solve 20 MCQs or 30 MCQs, and then I used to pick up on an easier subject, let's say psychiatry or skin or anesthesia or something. And the second thing I want you to remember is that you have to change your study setting. You cannot read at the same place as you were sitting in the morning, because I have personally spent 6 hours at the same study table in the morning. Now I don't want to spend another 3 hours there. I hope you understand. So a little change will bring a great difference. Like what I used to do is I used to go to a library, I used to go to canteen or something, and in fact in canteen or cafe there are people enough to keep you motivated, but not as much that it starts disturbing you. So you have to find such place for yourself and just go about it. Okay, now let's talk about your evening break. You can take a break for 1 hour. Let's say you're taking a break from 5 to 6. Okay, now in this break you can sit, have a chai, talk with your friends, family, have a walk, or even take a nap. Now remember, I'm allowing a nap here because this is a place where you might not fall asleep for 3 hours. You might take a nap of 10, 20 minutes, or even 30 minutes if it's good for you. But just keep a timer, keep everything in check. Okay, now let's come to the last session of the day, and that will be 2 hours of studying from 6 to 8. Let's say you sit at 6 o'clock and you pick up something lighter. You can take anything that you like. You can pick up a subject that you read few days before. You can just go through the pages. You can let's say review a grant test, or maybe review any other test that you like, whatever you like. You can watch a lecture, anything, but just 2 hours of more studying, and then you'll be done with your day. At 8 o'clock you can get up from the desk, you can close all the books, and you can just enjoy the rest of the hours to yourself. You can do anything apart from studying. Okay, so we have already done 10.5 hours of studying, that too before dinner. So if you have done 6 hours in the morning, 2.5 hours in the afternoon, and 2 more hours before 8 o'clock, so that gives you 10.5 hours. Okay, and I think that is great. That is, I think, more than what 99% people do in their day. So that is great. It might initially take some energy from you, it might take some motivation from you, discipline from you in the beginning, but I think once you're set with it, you're good to go. Okay, so to be honest, I was somebody who cannot read till the last moment. Like, I cannot keep reading till I crash to my bed. So I made this routine for me that give me those last 2 hours to wean myself to sleep. I can do the skincare, I can just chill and relax and everything. So if you're somebody like me, this is definitely for you. Okay, so on the ending note, I just want you to know that I've been there scrolling reels, watching unnecessary YouTube and Insta and everything, running errands between burnouts and breakdowns. But I made it, and I made a timetable that actually worked for me, and that might work for most of you. So just try it and let me know in the comment section whether it worked for you or not, and try it at least for 15 to 20 days, and then you can decide. And just want to tell you that do it because you're disciplined, even when you're not motivated. Once you wrote it on a piece of paper, you have to follow it through. And one more suggestion I want to give you is put a timer on yourself. Like when I used to put a timer, I actually got to know that I was barely making a mark of 4 to 5 hours and never actually touching 8 hours study routine. So you might get to know as well some things about how many hours you're actually reading. So thank you so much for watching. Comment down in the comment section and follow me for more such contents, and subscribe the channel. Thank you so much.